Well, not as young as I used to, so I'm trying to get a little family time in here before I head up, get a little exercise and do some swimming, a little better low impact workout. So me and Charlie are getting some father-daughter time just a couple of days before I head north for sheep season. I'm gonna miss home, but it's almost time to go here. Bite! Bite! Starts with full flavor. Grab some bugs. Here goes the preseason weigh-in. 214.2. See what she is when I get home. 2011 Alaska hunting season begins today, August 6th. Just said bye to my wife. Kissed my little baby girl. Said goodbye to her for 2 months. My wife's due in 10 days to have another little baby girl. It's gonna be a long fall, but time to go to the hills. Time to go to work. August 7, 0900. Thin overcast layer. Getting everything packed up. All the guys are ready to go. Yeah, there ain't much room. This is what you call a paper airplane. Canvas body. Clear! me dropped off. We call this 206 strip. It's a nice long strip. You can land a 206 here if you wanted to. So it's a pretty good spot for the most part. Got all these mountains to look over, obviously. Pretty stiff breeze here today. Turn her into the wind, get a little elevation. Buzz her around and head for home. Joe's gonna pick up some caribou hunters that shot some caribou. And then on his way back to base camp, he'll grab them. And so it begins with a pile of gear. Beautiful camping spot. Hopefully it ends with some good critters, some happy hunters, and a safe trip home. I haven't hunted this spot for 2 years. 2 years ago I just took one hunter out of here. We got a ram, and nobody hunted it last year, so hopefully there's some rams here. It's usually pretty good right across the drainage on these mountains. We see rams in all these drainages from time to time. And so I'll just kind of keep my eyes peeled here for the next day or two while I'm just sitting here waiting for my hunter. Season doesn't open till the 10th, and he'll probably get in the 8th or the 9th, hopefully. See if I see anything on these hills, obviously, and if I don't, start poking up into some of these drainages and see what we can scratch out of here. So just get camp set up and all dialed in. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, so I got lots of time. See what I can see for critters, but there's a few caribou around, so that's a good sign. And maybe, I don't know if I'll have a hunter with a caribou tag or not. We'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes out. Hello, good morning, it's Billy. It's good, wide open, yeah, 2500 broken. Sun's shining, winds out of the southeast, blowing downstream maybe 6 miles an hour. Yeah, I had about 120 caribou on the runway this morning. Well, I'm pretty well all set up here, but yeah, I'm anxious to get this season rolling. This year I've got 3 sheep hunts scheduled, then 2 moose hunts, and then 1 brown bear hunt on the peninsula. And then I'll go home for a week, middle of October, and then I'll come back and do a hunt on Kodiak Island for brown bear. Latter part of October. So it's gonna be It's gonna be an interesting fall, to say the least. My wife is expecting our second child on the 12th of this month, so just 4 days away. So it's gonna be a challenging fall. It's gonna be hard to be away from my family. It always is, but this year obviously much more difficult than years past. So I'm ready to get the ball rolling, and this downtime's the most difficult part of being away from home. Once I'm hunting and busy, it's a lot easier, obviously. So I'll probably be making a few more calls home this fall than I normally do. I'm obviously concerned, so I'm sure all will go well, and the season will blow by. But people are always amazed at how little of hunting I actually do in Alaska and elsewhere. I do a little hunting around home, but not a whole lot. I've never shot any animal for myself in Alaska, largely because I'm away from home because of my job so much, and on my free time I want to be home with my family. So I'll be thinking them a lot this hunt, but I'm faithful everything will go well, and just looking forward to get a hunter here, get this hunt started, and just blow through her, have a good season, and get home and see my wife and family, and particularly my new little one. She's an amazing woman. Let me come up here and do this. So this is obviously a large part of my income doing this, so I got a job to do, and I'm gonna get her done. About 6 in the evening on the 8th. Pretty windy. It appears that I have a hunter arriving as we speak. It would be Joe. Pretty decent crosswind.
My name's Lloyd Clausen from Gull Lake, Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm here with my son. He's with a different guide, and hopefully he's going to have some luck where he's hunting too. We're both looking for sheep and also caribou, and we do have wolf tags too. So hopefully we can kill them all, but a portion will be great.
August 9th. About 9 a.m. we're doing a leisurely breakfast. Caribou season's open, sheep opens tomorrow. We're gonna get everything squared away and go about 3 miles up this drainage, spike out for a few days. I'll take the time today to pre-cook any meat that we're gonna bring up with us, any fresh meat. Get it pre-cooked, got some bacon going. I'll pre-cook it so it doesn't take so much time at spike camp and so much fuel, and just make life a little easier. So got a nice day and only a couple hours to hike up to our spike camp, so get all this done here, and hopefully we'll find some sheep up there. We're all loaded up, got the bear fence rolling. Made me jump a little bit for 2 D-cell batteries. It's got a, it doesn't hurt, but it's just enough to give you that little jolt going through you. You ready to do this, Lloyd?
Sure am. Yeah.
We're heading up and away. We got 4 days worth of grub and gear, and kind of looking like we might get a shower on the way up. It's been nice all day, nice and cool, good breeze. Maybe we'll get lucky. Stay nice and dry. We're gonna head up a canyon behind camp. Look by the map, it's about 4 miles where we'll try to get to and set up camp tonight. And weather permitting, hit her early tomorrow morning. Looks like the sheep got whacked here this winter. Haven't seen any bones yet. We're just working our way up. We're gonna be camping right at the base of that little peak right there. It'd be fun if a guy had a shotgun and a good dog. Lloyd and I have arrived. Camped here with Tom Ong a couple years ago. Boy, it must be, I could tell the grass was pretty brown. It's definitely a dry year. We didn't have hardly any water coming up this creek, but luckily right here where we wanted to camp we got a good supply of water, so that's handy. But we're right in the middle of sheep country here. We could see them right from tent, and from the tent maybe even shoot them from the tent if we got real lucky. Obviously that'd be real lucky. But I've taken one ram out of that canyon right there. That's been quite a few years back. I've taken 3 rams out of this canyon right here. So depending on what the weather's doing tomorrow, I think we'll go up to that canyon where I took the 1 ram years ago. Pretty good little hike, and bypass this canyon right by us here. That'll take a pretty good while to work up into it, and we have to hunt it from the bottom, so I want to have downdraft thermals when we go in there. This one we could get up above, obviously a fair bit of climbing, but not too bad, so we could come back and hunt that in the afternoon. And also when I'm sheep hunting, I like to have a half-day hunt somewhere. So if you get bad weather in the morning, it's nice to have a little drainage where you can go when you just got a half a day, and that's a good half-day hunt. So tomorrow morning or something, it's all foggy, whatever. In the morning, we'll hit that in the afternoon. We'll eat an early supper, go to bed early, and get up early. Weather's good, we'll hit her. Got 3 rams on this far hill. None of them are legal. But we're just sitting here at our spike camp. And I was just going to start cooking, and Lloyd spotted them lining out there across the shale mountain. They're coming back out of that draw now. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything's legal. Master suite. And over here we have the pantry, kitchen, and the dining area. Some coffee, some bacon, maybe a bagel or some oatmeal are on the menu for breakfast. Overcast skies, about 48 degrees. Hopefully these clouds hold out. At least we can get a little bit of hunting done today. Day 1 of the 2011 sheep season is upon us. So we're gonna head up that drainage right there while the thermals are coming down. See if we can find legal sheep. Well, we're an hour and a half and about 2.5 miles into opening day, and we got 5 rams on this outcrop here, but they're all small, half curl to 3/4 curl. We'll just watch them for a bit, make sure there isn't a bigger one further to the right, but they're just kind of hanging there. I'm guessing they're probably going to be coming down. by the looks of it, but we'll watch them here for a bit, see if there's any more with them. We're gonna have to keep our eye out for Grizz. That's no more than a couple days old. And it's kind of tight quarters in here, so we're keeping our eyes peeled. Well, our first drainage today, we saw just those 5 rams and none were legal. So we're headed back out. Noon on day 1. We just came out of that drainage right there. So we got about probably 8 miles on already. So now we just came back, drying out our feet, air out the boots a little, kind of regroup, and then we're gonna shoot through that little notch, climb a little bit, side hill around this mountain, look into this drainage where we saw the 3 smaller rams last night, see if there's anything else in there. Every sheep hunter knows what I'm talking about. Shale sucks. Lloyd's just getting his first taste of it. Shale ain't any fun, huh?
It's a lot of fun.
And we're gonna have a whole bunch of it here this afternoon. But we'll get by. Day 1. It's our 6th ram for today. Actually our 9th, but 3 we saw yesterday. He's right there in the center of the screen. So 9 sheep. They're all sub-legal, and I told you about 10% are legal, Lloyd, so the next one's gonna be your ram.
Right.
Me too. 3 o'clock, so we'll probably just hang tight here. We can see pretty good. Drainage right behind us. We've done well in the past. We'll just sit here for a little while, see if something doesn't move into it. If not, we'll head back to camp and try her again tomorrow. Well, what'd you think of day 1, Lloyd? Day
1 is very interesting. Lots of good exercise, and hopefully we have a little better luck tomorrow.
Yeah, lots of sheep.
Lots of sheep.
Or a fair number of sheep anyway, but just no legal rams. So day 1 ends with 6 new rams spotted. And we probably put on 12 miles by the time we get back to camp. Little after 7, day 2. We're fogged in pretty good, but it's been burning off. We're about an hour into it today. We've got a pretty good day planned. Glad we got good weather because we got a lot of miles to cover. We're just kind of doing the process of elimination deal. So we're gonna go up over the saddle, check out this other drainage, so it'll be a long day, but hopefully we'll find some sheep. If I were to guess, I'd say it's been there 25 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, them horns, it takes a long time for them to decompose like that. Just easing up in this little side drainage. Came across the lambs and ewes that we spotted up here last night. Actually, a couple young rams are with them. Which isn't, you don't usually see it, but not that uncommon. And then you'll see full-grown rams with lambs and ewes even this time of year. But yeah, long ways to go. Probably 3 or 4 years old rams are. Well, we crossed over the saddle to another drainage. It's usually pretty good. See sheep in here once in a while. Big bustola. So we'll head up over this little saddle here and then go up the drainage. If we don't find anything, then we'll come back down. Poke around. We don't find anything, we'll work our way back up. Head back to camp. 3 caribou. One's a pretty decent bull, but just decent. Not nearly big enough to be shooting 9.5 miles from the airstrip. 1 o'clock. We've been going pretty steady for about 6 hours. Looks like day number 2 is gonna be a bust as well. So we're probably gonna pack her up and work our way back. So yeah, I'm definitely not seeing anything worth sticking around for. So we'll probably try to get back to our spike camp tonight, and then head back to our base camp tomorrow, and then try to get moved tomorrow night. Day 3, we were gonna hike out of here, head to base camp, try to get moved, and then we spotted, looks like a lone ram. We haven't seen any others with him yet. He's not real big, broomed on his right, slightly worn on his left, but maybe not legally broomed. Definitely not full curl. Trying to decide whether to make a move on him. From what I'm 80% certain he's legal, but we're just going to be shooting him on age if he is. So we got to make obviously real certain. So I'm thinking we'll probably head up this drainage, unload all of our gear, all our camp, get up on this point. He's only a little over 700 yards right now. Get up on this point, try to get a good eyeball on him and go from there. Well, after about an hour stalk, we climbed up here. Got to look at this ram. Clearly he's not real big. On one side I seem to come up with 9 years old, the other side 7 or 8. So we're gonna have to let him walk. So we're gonna head down. Try to get moved tonight, find some greener pastures. All told, by the time we get back to base camp in the 4 days, we will have put on, oh boy, 38 miles. So we've been going pretty good. I've been in communication with base camp with the sat phone, and they're should be able to move us tonight, go somewhere different. But nice day, hopefully we get to a new spot and able to find Lloyd a good, solid, legal ram. Ready to find some greener pastures, Lloyd?
Yep.
Hopefully. The flying armada is en route as we speak. I have no idea where we're going. Like I told Lloyd, we'll be the last to know where we're going. So they're kind of using a bit of a cross strip, landing different than they normally would. This is not an airstrip, Kurt. Don't try this at home.
Try this at home.
Yeah, this is it right here. Got a couple of rocks. Mark the threshold. And then this. Not real hot. That was one of the more interesting landings I've been a part of in a long time. And it's got a dog leg. Yeah, Kurt made it look easy though. But it's not that easy. Let's make this happen, Lloyd.
Let's do her.
Very good. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna do something. Try to make something happen. Somehow. Day 4, we're in our new camp. I was telling Lloyd the other day, when you see some sheep way up in some high nasty stuff, it's usually the lamb and ewe, and that's what we got right up there. Right there in the center of the screen, lamb and ewe. We've seen one 5/8 ram already this morning. We got 3 rams in the scope there. About 5 miles away. 4 anyway, on that far mountain. And we saw one small ram right here. And we've seen, if not 4, I think 5 rams in here so far. One's right at full curl. One of them's right there. Another one walked around the mountain, and then 3, I think, tucked back in this little drainage there. I got a good look at the one, and he's just right there. His right side's definitely not full curl, but he's just worn a little bit, and his left side's real close. So pretty tough to sneak on him now with that one out there in the open. So we'll probably just hold tight and see if we see him again here. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock, so chances are good they're bedded now, but they'll feed again before noon. This lamb and ewe crossed over bottom of the drainage. I was just telling Lloyd, you don't see that very often. And then when they do, they're moving at a pretty good clip. They know they're susceptible to danger, but they're kind of heading right up towards the rams we're watching. They finally, the last one fed in that draw to the left. So we're gonna hike up here, follow that grassy chute, get up on that bench, try to peek over and see what we got. Hopefully this lamb and ewe right here don't booger them out. But the wind's in our face. Got lots of daylight. I was just telling Lloyd, I think I've gone on about 4 stalks in my sheep hunting career where I wasn't sure if the sheep was legal or not, and so he's gonna be a part of 2 of them. It sucks, but there's no other way to be sure than to get close. So it's a good chance that we'll get up there and not shoot them. Figure we gotta take a look. Legal, so you know, if they get together at all, we gotta make real sure. Boy, do I have cotton wool.
At 340. There's that one right there.
Okay, he's down. He just stood up to hitch his sack, and he paid dearly. Lloyd says, screw that getting above him crap.
That's a shoot.
Congratulations, man. Nice shot. Oh. 340.
Oh, the climb's worth it.
I saw there, well, we saw 4. And the one I saw was kind of marginal. And so I said, well, let's go in there. And I said, well, maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a no doubter. There's a bigger one in there, because they were coming in and out of this draw. Yeah, we spotted them from right down there. And so there were sheep working in and out of this draw, and one went all the way around. And I'm like, well, there might be others in there. Were you wondering if it was going to happen, Lloyd? The drainage we wanted to go in, there was hunters in there, and I'd be darned if there wasn't man tracks in this drainage. It's the second time I've seen that in 12 years up here. Hunter tracks, or I assume it was a hunter, might have been a hiker. It was worth it now.
I'm glad you talked me into coming up here.
The one I was looking at, I wasn't so sure. I don't know, I guess I didn't really look real close to make sure if it was if that wasn't the one we were looking at. He's right at full curl, but we were over a mile away, and I figured he was old enough. And either way, it worked out. I'll check these buggers out, see what they are. Yeah, the one we shot we didn't see before. The one that I was wondering if he was legal or not is the one on that little pinnacle looking right at us. So yeah, the work definitely starts, but the fun, we still got a little fun left. We get to go take a look at him. Day 4 is my lucky day. I told Lloyd, I said I usually do pretty well on day 4. Got a few rain squalls here and there, but yeah, a fantastic deal. I guess we just left our packs right there, scoped him out. Let's go take a look at this bugger. Right after we shot, had a pretty good rain squall. So I didn't video too much. Got up here. There he is. That's a relief. We had a pretty good idea that he was down, but yeah, a guy likes to get up here and take a look. So yeah, it looks like the rain's kind of moving out. Hopefully. What do you think? He's got a pretty good mass.
Nice shoot.
Fine ram. He looks like he's been there for about 3 weeks, stiff-legged as he is, but he's only been laying there for 15 minutes. Looks like 9.5, maybe 10.5 will look, but yeah, he's got good mass, pretty good length. A fine looking ram.
Well, but by the end of yesterday I was starting to kind of have doubts, but Billy was pretty optimistic that we'd be seeing stuff in the range here, so headed up this morning to give her another try, and we've seen lots of younger sheep, but nothing legal. And from about a mile away we spotted 3 out of this group, all not quite legal, one of them. So we decided to pursue it, and we're fortunate enough to come over the hill, and there was one legal one in the group of 5, which made my day.
Congratulations, Lloyd. Lloyd's up here with his son Jason, and so hopefully he has luck as well. So
nothing could be better for both of us to get one.
Yep, that would be fantastic. So we got a little work to do. Maybe we'll have a little time to see if we can find a caribou or a wolf. But yeah, we got a little work ahead of us. It's noon on day 4, so it'll be a day and a half kind of getting him squared away and back to a place where the airplane can land, but we'll get her done. So congrats, Lloyd.
Thank you. It was fun.
Ready to do this, Lloyd?
Yeah, just getting packed up and we're gone.
And get her done. Just get a good forward lean and we'll make her, no problem. Might not like the condition we'll be in though. This is about as steep as a guy wants to do with 125 pounds on his back. But it's all downhill, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But we're just picking our way on down. This loose stuff's kind of nice. I'll see if I can make it a step or two without my poles. Got a little bit of forgiveness. But it's not loose enough where you can just dig your heels in it. That's the best. Then you just kind of slide. This is why my knees are shot. Surprise, surprise. Well, I just measured them out. I knew his bases would look pretty darn good. 14, just a little over 14 on the bases. 38.5 on his left and 38 on his right. It's a fine sheep, especially for the Brooks Range, Lloyd.
Good sheep.
And he's, yeah, young ram, but yeah, he'd have been a smoker. He'd have made another couple of years, but he's still a fine sheep, no doubt. So very good. We're waiting for, hopefully Kurt will come and pick us up, because we're about probably 5 miles from camp. So it'd be nice. It'll save us some work. Kurt, you're my hero. I love that guy, especially when he's saving me work. Kurt definitely saved us lots of miles. From where he picked up the sheep, probably close to 4 miles to our tent, and then we'd have to go another 2 miles at least to our airstrip, probably 2.5, so probably saved us 6.5 miles. That's a good thing. So we'll head back to Spike Camp tonight, just relax, eat some food, then head back to the main camp where we got dropped off at tomorrow and try to find a caribou for Lloyd. Some tacos sound alright tonight?
Tacos sound perfect.
I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. Yeah, whatever we don't eat we gotta pack back, so we'll be eating fools today and tomorrow. And tonight and tomorrow morning anyway. Day 5, morning after Lloyd shot his ram. Just eating some breakfast this morning. Bunch of cows and calves. Wandering through. But a good thing we got our sheep when we did. Pretty low ceiling today. Not much sheep hunting going on today, huh, Lloyd?
No, today would be a stay in camp type of day, it looks like so far.
Yeah. Water's really come up. Doesn't take much rain, boy, and these creeks can fill in a hurry. You guys got to be careful where you're at, what you're doing. You get a bunch of rain. Just 3/4 of a mile from the tent. Half mile maybe. A little windy today. Our Spike camp was more comfortable than this rocky hole, but we made her. Caribou right next to camp with a decent bull in it, so we're gonna move in on them and take a better look at them. A couple decent bulls in there, so we're just laying down and watch and see what they'll do. But when you get windy like it is today, a lot of times they get real nervous. So they're about 600 yards away right now. Lloyd, you might just be a lucky son of a gun after all, huh? These caribou are heading right to us. They've gone from about 600 yards to less than 300 in just a few seconds. You want to get ready to shoot? Okay. I'd say probably we need to kind of be ready to shoot. don't shoot. If you like it right there, you can take them. Reload. I think you smacked him. He's running to the right. Yeah, he's gonna tip over. He's looking at us. Oh, he's down. Hold off. Yeah, I can see the blood. Falling down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there he's down. Well, that didn't work out so bad. Pretty close to camp. Can't argue with that. You can't see the tent. I don't know how far, you probably 150 when you shot, I suppose, but yeah, that's not a bad caribou, Lloyd. That's a good one. He's got a nice frame, and yeah, you made a good shot. I think you just hit him right behind the shoulder, but yeah, good deal. We weren't seeing many caribou in here, just a few cows and calves, and so we actually called base camp to see if we could get moved, but the weather's poor and they didn't know if they could move us today anyway, so I'll holler at them on the sat phone, let them know we don't need to be moved because we got her done. Well, good bull, Lloyd, for just a half day hunting.
Yeah, pretty easy one. This one, just sitting at camp, happened to see him come past, made a bit of a stalk on him, and spooked him away from us for a bit, and he came back, and really easy shot.
Yeah, nice bull. He's got double shovel, nice long main beams, and yeah, we did just fine on the weather. It was kind of foggy this morning, still a little foggy in the mountains, but it's clearing up, not too far to pack them, 3/4 of a mile max. Got a little runoff stream right next to us so we can grab some water. So we got a little work to do, but a job well done, I'd say. Nice shot once again. One shot, hit him right in the lungs, and kind of see him boiling there, but yeah, perfect deal. So congrats, Lloyd.
Thank you, sounds good.
Well, we're making our way to actually a little bit longer strip than the one we're camped at. We'll leave the meat there for the pilots to pick up. I'm just doing it in 2 trips, make it easy. So we'll throw it in some willow bushes, so it'll get some air, lay a tarp over it, and they should be able to come pick it up tomorrow. But yeah, weather turned nice, quit raining on us. Nice short pack, can't beat it. The sheep meat's okay, huh, Lloyd?
Pardon me?
Sheep meat's okay?
It's great. Yeah, really good.
That is some fine eating stuff. Lloyd, it's been a pleasure. Any last words?
Been great. Nice to see the plane finally show up.
We've been kind of waiting around all day, and I had just started supper for well, he must not be coming, and there he is.
Yeah, it's a welcome sight. Another night on the sandbar might have been a little tough.
A little rocky here. Lloyd wasn't really impressed with my campsite here. Neither was I. Told Lloyd, I said, this is the worst campsite I've had in 12 years of doing this. But it's certainly a little gusty at times. Piece of cake.
On the ground 50 feet.
Yeah, it wasn't far. Nice landing with that wind, huh?
Morning, yeah, you can walk.
Yeah. Lloyd is out of here. It's 7 p.m. It's actually today's Lloyd's, what was supposed to be his last day of hunting, so he got out a day early. So I'll have a day or two to kind of get everything squared away, sharpen my knives, organize the gear, and get ready for round number 2. But yeah, it's been real windy, a little bit of rain off and on. Really cool, 50 degrees, but real windy. So yeah, we'll just get going and hopefully have as good luck in round number 2 as we did the first go round. Every night I gotta get my Charlie fix. My little girl Charlie was born last July, so I gotta take a look at her, read a little bit, fall asleep. So right now it's 9:30. I'm going to bed. Obviously it's daylight, so to combat that, this is the way I sleep every night. Just put my hat over my eyes, keep it nice and dark. That way I can sleep. When I'm not sheep hunting, I get as much sleep as I can. I'll pretty much just lay and relax. Might get 10 hours of sleep, just lay in the bunk for 12 hours. When sheep hunting starts though, usually we're getting 5-6 hours of sleep a night. So just kind of store up on sleep, rest up, and get ready to go. I figured a little foggy. Usually on the real foggy mornings, it turns out that it gets real clear and sunny, so I'll probably do some laundry today, because it definitely needs to be done. I slept good last night. Real good. Probably got 8, maybe 10 hours of sleep. Rested up. A little cool this morning. Cup of coffee is gonna be nice. Got the water boiling for the instant coffee, or almost boiling. Kind of a pain camping here in the gravel because you set anything down, it gets full of that wet sand, so it kind of a little bit more difficult dealing with that, but we'll get by. Here's our bear fence. Keep all the food in, do the cooking inside of. So I don't know yet if I'm going to stay here or move. We'll see what we see and probably make that decision today or tomorrow. Better than Starbucks. I'm alone, I get scared. But if I sit inside this bear fence, I'm safe. I've got 4 D batteries, or 2 D batteries to keep the bears away. It makes me feel good inside. A little dry, to say the least. Yes, you need to go. Yeah, call Lee, call my dad, call my mom. Yeah, get in there. Alright, I'll call you back in a couple hours. If I don't reach you, I'll call the hospital. Okay. I love you, baby. Yes, go now. I love you. Alright, I'll talk to you soon. I'm praying for you. You're gonna have a healthy little Francesca. I love you. Bye. The baby is on its way, I think. I wish I could just jump on a plane and get home. She's having contractions every 3 minutes and she's still at home. She's waiting for her sister, and she doesn't know when her sister is going to be there. So she's there with my 11-year-old stepdaughter and my little 1-year-old at home. Could be a long day or two for me not knowing what's going on, but I'm sure it'll all work out. I sure hope it does. Sitting here looking at a couple of sheep. Spotted this grizzly. No cubs, but kind of looks like it might be a sow. She's over a mile away from me right now. I'm on my way back to camp. Saw the grizzly bear finally poked out again. And I'm kind of thinking it might be a boar. He had his nose in the air. He smells that caribou. He's kind of been walking and loping down the hill. I'm about 3/4 of a mile from camp, and the caribou is right over there in that flat. I'm not sure what to do. Go look at these sheep or keep an eye on this bear. I think I'm gonna go look at the sheep. Bear's probably gonna go to the caribou. Bear's coming right towards camp now. Much to my delight. I think she smelled too much human scent and she's loping off. And buggers are smart. They don't smell people often. I'll be able to rest a little easier tonight if she does get out of here. Kind of looks like she's gonna. Yeah, I don't care who you are. You don't sleep quite as good in a tent when you know there's a big grizzly bear within 600 yards of your tent. Sitting here cooking supper in my bear cage, and there's our bear. I suspected she was going to run a lot further than that. But I guess she is farther away than what she was, so hopefully she'll keep moseying away and all will be fine. Just called the hospital about 5 minutes ago. I'm a daddy once again. So it's a big relief. I just talked to my wife's sister who was in the room with her. Baby girl, Francesca Isla. They figure she's about 8 pounds, healthy as can be. My wife is not feeling real well. She was throwing up, wasn't able to talk, so I'll probably call back in an hour or so, see if she's up to talking. So right now I just got a lot of jittery energy. I'm just gonna go for a walk and have a talk with the big guy upstairs. I'm just real thankful that everything worked out, and hope it continues to go that way, obviously. A huge relief, and yeah, just glad it worked out. PM, Kurt with my honor. Starting to wonder if they were gonna make her in tonight. Greaster. Kurt's out of here. Andreas? What's your last name?
Oh, that's long. Lagos. Let's say Lagos.
Lagos, alright, good enough for me. From Spain, here to shoot a Dall sheep. You got a caribou tag?
I got a caribou tag, I got a wolf tag.
Okay.
I know it's locked and tough, but who knows? I have the tag.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the time being, that will be it. If we are very, very lucky and we have a lot of time, we might still go for the Grizzly.
Okay.
Let's get the sheep first.
You betcha, I hear ya.
Hi there, this is Andres. I'm coming from Spain, from Madrid. It's been a long trip to get down here. 10 hours time difference. But we're finally here in sheep country and ready to roll. It's getting sunny now. The day's quite beautiful. But we're still waiting out a bit the fog to clear. So we're hanging around a bit in camp, packing a bit, and getting all excited about the move. We're here mainly for, or I'm here mainly for sheep hunting. That's the real goal. See if we can get a nice ram. And I also brought the hope that I can get caribou and maybe a grizzly bear too. And I have a wolf duck. You never know. Might be lucky, and one of these things might come our way, and we be able to walk it.
The fog is finally cleared. Spike camp is packed up. And we're off up into the same canyon where Lloyd shot his ram. We'll start off there and see where it takes us. You ready, Andres?
I'm ready. Ready to go for it.
Let's go. A little after 1 in the afternoon, a young ram. Just a couple miles into the first day. 5A squirrel maybe. Sun's hot, so everything's most likely bedded up here this time of day. We'll keep pushing on. Right here's where Lloyd shot his ram a few days ago. Seen 2 rams. Oh, just over this ridge. Can't see them now. Couldn't tell how big they were. We're just gonna poke all the way up into the head of this drainage and see what we see. An Arctic grayling in this little pool. Not very big. Valley looking for sheep. There's a big old grizz, looks like a big old boar. A little over a mile away. Kind of surprised he didn't smell us with the thermals going up, but kind of got a downdraft off this right hand mountain now that it's in the shade. So hopefully we can get him out of here without too much trouble. I had a hunter last year shoot a gigantic 8'3" grizzly. I'd be willing to bet money this one's bigger. This thing is huge. I thought this big old nasty son of a gun was in here, but then I didn't see him move. So I figured, oh, okay, he was on this hill when he went into this draw. Yeah, he's just watching us. Well, that bear just ended up laying back down, just watching us. So I guess we'll just walk away from him. Hopefully he ignores us, but that's a bear guy doesn't want to tangle with. Sucker's big. That makes me a little nervous. Big old bear like that, when he sees something different, he should take off and run. He just laid down, sat there and watched us. But nothing we can do about it. We'll be vigilant of him tonight, that's for sure. Watching our back trail. Well, on Lloyd's hunt, I saw 3 rams bedded right there in that grassy knob from about 5, maybe 6 miles away. And the one looked huge. And it might be this one right here. I thought it was a rock behind its head, but I think it's horns. We will see. We've got our tent brushed in pretty good. Wind's still blowing up the valley. And the big ram that we spotted earlier is right through that mountain, right on that hillside there, around to the left. So we're thinking is just set up, wait for this wind to switch, hopefully come down the valley tonight, or we'll hit it early in the morning, try to find them. We're about 2 miles away from them, so can't hardly imagine that he could wind us from here. It is 6:30. We're gonna do a early supper, get everything lined out, and see what the wind's gonna do. And definitely hope we don't get fogged out in the morning, because then the thermal will probably come right back up during the day, and then we'd be just sitting here all day tomorrow. But he looks like a good ram, worth the wait. We'll just see how this shakes out, I guess. The Oriental rice and chicken's okay.
After the long hike, Oriental feels like, you know, truly gourmet.
Yeah.
They're good. They're very good fish.
Yeah, they're not too shabby. I have chicken a la king ready to go. So yeah, a little after 7 p.m. our first hunting day, and our ram's still out of sight, which is good. But the wind's blowing up right towards them, which is bad. So we'll probably give it till 8 o'clock if the wind hasn't switched. Probably just go to bed, wake up real early in the morning and pray we're not fogged in. If we're not, he should be in there somewhere, you know, unless he just for whatever reason decides to leave. But yeah, that'll be our best chance. We should have the wind coming down in our face for a pretty good amount of time, but it's been foggy every morning for the last 4 mornings, so I don't know, kind of a conundrum, but we'll see what happens. Frosty this morning. The wind is good. Hopefully we're able to do this. On our way up to find a ram, came across another one, 7/8, a little better. Appears to be all alone. About 1,000 yards above the ram we want. We saw where he was bedded last night, didn't see him. So we're gonna work up, try to find him. A beautiful morning. No fog. Andres ram is at 300 yards. Just caught him. He's right there. On the grass. Bedded down. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into position. Yeah. Just have you sneak up right on this little point. And he might get up, but he shouldn't booger. I'll just go right behind you. Okay. Just get real comfortable. Yep, I'm ready. You can shoot. Crank her all the way up. Crank it to 10 power. Crank it to 10 power, okay. Okay, reload. That's how it's done right there. Reload and be ready. I think you got yourself a ram, Andres.
I got the sucker.
He had no idea we were in town. It's not even very steep, but
Okay. Back, right?
you got a ram. What's your binos? Nicely done.
Thank you.
Nice
You've
shot.
done it very nicely.
He's got nice flare to him. You haven't seen his left side. I'm sure that's the ram we saw. He's not as big as I was thinking, but he flares way out. So when we saw him from like 3 miles, all I could see was that flare and it was hazy. I'm like, that might be a smoker ram.
No, it rolled the hill down beautifully.
Yes. 300 yards.
Yes.
You didn't take long. You did well, man.
I don't like to take long. Screws up.
Coming from the bottom, that's what you get a lot, and it worked out. We waited last night. The wind was bad. He was actually bedded on the backside of this ridge, so he moved quite a ways from last night, didn't he? So you're empty, right? You're empty. Okay. Very good. Yeah, and we got some water close by. A nice, easy spot. Congrats!
Thank you.
It's gonna be a 2-day chore getting him out of here, but we got a sheep.
To be honest, I'm a bit pissed off with you, Bill.
What's that?
You told me with Spaniards you always shot ram the first day.
Yeah.
A day behind, right?
Well, but it took us a day to get to the hunting area, pretty much.
Excuses.
But I just told Andres, all the Spanish guys I've guided, they've killed out first day. But, well, he's worth it. Well, we'll grab our packs and we'll go up there. We got water and, yeah, we're in fine shape. Second day is not bad. Yeah, I gotta love this weather, so we're gonna take advantage of that. Try to get him out of here. Got up to Andres ram. And there's 3 more rams in here. I don't know if any of them are legal or not. One might be, I know 2 definitely aren't. I just glassed them with the scope real quick. They're about a mile away. So yeah, there's plenty of rams in here. So the sun's coming up over the brooks. Got a ram in tow. But a beautiful morning. It's about 6:45. Aren't you excited to look at your sheep? He got some good flare, doesn't he?
Sorry?
His tips kind of flare out to the side real nice and pretty. Congratulations, man. You got yourself a Dall sheep.
Very happy. These things are beautiful. How much can this thing weigh?
Oh, 200 live weight.
This is quite big, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got good mass. Yeah, he's just good solid ram. Nice little flare on him. Andreas, got yourself a fine ram, my friend.
I did. We finally got this thing. My lovely white sheep here in the Brook Mountains in Alaska was something I'd been dreaming of quite a bit, and it finally has happened in a beautiful day, and everything has worked out perfectly. We found him around 6 o'clock and we just moved into position, and we opened fire at 6:20. Shot was good. It was a 300-yard shot. We couldn't get any closer. Ram was lying, and yeah, nice shot. One shot rolled down the mountain, which is always a very, very nice feeling and very nice view. So thank you very much. I'm very, very satisfied. Thank you.
He's a good ram, 10.5 years old, and we got him on a fine day. It's starting out to be a fine day. We got lucky there was no fog this morning. We were real fortunate. It's been foggy every morning the last few mornings, but it just worked out. The sun's rising on us at 7:30 in the morning. So we're about, yeah, our camp is probably about 8 miles from our base camp, our spike camp that is. So we're at least another 1.5 miles. So we've got about 10 miles to get out. We've got an airstrip, a little gravel bar where Kurt can land about 5 miles down, where he landed and picked up Lloyd's ram. It's not a real good gravel bar to land people, but it's enough where he can get the sheep out. So the plan is we'll get him butchered up and pack him down to that airstrip, give the base camp a call. Hopefully they'll land, pick him up, and then we'll come back, spend the night here, and then make the long trek out back to base camp. And if the weather's good that same day, we'll try to move to a different spot where we can hunt bear. It's not open in this area, or we would have definitely taken that great big bear yesterday. That's what you need for full curl. He's probably an inch past, but yeah, good ram, probably 35, 36 inches in length. Yeah, good sheep. Alright, well, I got something a little new this year. Trying a hacksaw blade. Because I used to never pack a saw just because the saw was too heavy. So, it's obviously light, but it takes quite a bit of elbow grease. But if you got a long pack, I think it'd be worth it. Oh, that was easy.
Let's go. This is bloody heavy. This is very heavy. This is gonna make me a man or two.
Yeah, we'll make a man out of you yet. I told Andres, I'm like, well, we're gonna find out what you Spaniards are made of right quick. So yeah, we're to load it up.
It's part of the game, I guess.
Heading on down. Have a good one. Take care of that bear while you're down there too. I sent Andres down with a pretty good load and he's doing just fine. Well, we're making our way down this creek bottom. Some beautiful looking sheep country in here, boy. I've done pretty well in this area over the years, but it's hard to hunt because there's no place to land in here, so you pretty much gotta spike out to hunt it, unless you get lucky, catch something in the mouth like Lloyd and I did, which we spiked out. We wouldn't have had to have had, but so yeah, we're oh shoot, at least 9 miles from our base camp right now. Maybe 10 from where the ram was. So we'll go down about another 5 from here. We got a mile to our spike camp, and we'll go down another 4 from there to a gravel bar where Kurt can land, drop the sheep, come back up, spend the night, then go the last, whatever it'll be, 8, 9 miles to our base camp tomorrow, and then try to get relocated into an area where the grizzly bear season's open, and spend the last few days trying to find Andres a grizzly bear and a caribou and maybe a wolf. That's the plan. So hopefully the weather holds out and we're able to do that. Down this drainage about 3/4 of a mile from the meat pickup spot. We got a ram on the mountain there, about 3/4, maybe 7/8. Well, how are we coming, Andres? We're holding together, eh?
Holding together. Having a nice walk here.
Yeah, a little rocky, but we got the meat under the tarp. Here for Kurt to pick it up, and we're heading back to camp for the night. About 4:45. Morning of day 3, 30 degrees. Pack up our camp and head downward. Rocks are fun, huh, Andres? neat to see him though, isn't it? Never seems like rams that you want to shoot will do that for you. Right there's where we left the meat yesterday, and it's gone, picked clean. So either Bear got it or Kurt came and got it. Kurt is the man. He saved me quite a few miles, hard miles already this year. So I'll be sending him a big old pile of Wisconsin cheese this year for Christmas. He is a good dude. The wind was kind of squirrely in here. A lot of guys wouldn't have landed. A lot of guys won't land here anyway. But Curtis, he took care of us. 4.5 miles to go. Moose shed right there. 3 bull moose.
It's 1 bull and 2 females?
They're probably young bulls. Yearlings. We were walking through a bunch of willows. We must have boosted them out of here. We made her back to civilization.
Came from our country house back home. This is our main home.
Yeah, this is our Taj Mahal. You bet. So we'll make a call.
Yes.
Try to move to bear camp, area where we can shoot some grizz.
Yes.
Here's our armada. I think that's Kurt, yep. And that'd be Joe. Up a lot of rocks, tries to keep that tail nice and high. Like a pro. You guys busy today, Kurt?
It's pretty busy.
That's alright. Kurt is gonna shuttle Andres over to a bigger strip where Joe's waiting. Joe doesn't know this strip, so he's just gonna wait at a bigger strip. Take Andres into base camp to get a bear tag, and then he'll fly him into camp where I'll be at. So Kurt will come back then, pick me up, and fly me to a bear camp. I think we're going to where Jaime shot his bear, big bear last fall. The dust. Here comes Kurt. Pick me up. Can you get all that gear and my lard behind off of here?
Oh yes. That's what we're gonna.
Joe, if you can hear me, we're about to go. I'm not up yet. Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay. Let me know when you're in the air and when it's safe for me to pour the whips to it. I'm on. Roger. And tell Billy he's a great American. We're up and going. Okay for me to go? Yeah, go ahead. I'm staying off your left wing there, so shouldn't have a problem. Roger. You? Let her rip. I'm coming by ya. Hey Billy, congratulations on the new baby.
Well, thank you, sir. Yep, a little baby girl named Francesca Isla.
Francesca. Alaska, Isla. That's a beautiful name. Yeah. Must have given her mother.
Yep. That's all her mother is doing.
Are you coming over to the creek?
Yeah, I'm sneaking over to the edge of the creek so I can get down.
And we're in Class G airspace.
Goes Curtis. This is the same spot where I hunted with Jaime last fall. Shot a monstrosity of a grizzly and a pretty good caribou. And then also the next hunt later last fall, I hunted up at the base of that mountain with Joe Kisalika, and he shot a caribou. Didn't see any bears on that hunt, but so I guess I'll get to work, start setting her up. Here comes Joe with Andres. Picture taking contest. You made her.
Hey there.
Hello, hello.
The stocks and everything.
We're ready to kill a bear then. And Joe is off. Pick up another hunter and a sheep. Here, I figured you'd probably be cleanly shaven, freshly showered, bringing me supper.
the same dirty client I was a couple of hours ago.
Well, I'm probably a stinkier guide than I was an hour or two ago.
But ready for bear.
Well, this is it. This is the bear spot. We've always seen bears here in years past, so hopefully this year will be no exception.
I don't want to be the exception.
No.
Definitely not.
I'll bet not. Well, we'll see what we can do. First day of bear hunting. Andres and I are up on the knob, up from camp. I'm not sure, but I think I got a bear spotted already. You can just see, it looks like it's white almost. Real light colored. But it's on the other side of the river, right over there. So I'll have to keep checking them out and see what it is here. This is a special little area that they opened the season a little bit earlier for bear. There's a bunch of caribou over in there, real close to where I saw the bear. We haven't seen him for 15 minutes, but he's right in there somewhere. But the reason why we can hunt him here early is because the grizzly bears are killing a whole bunch of muskox. And right in the scope here is a herd of muskox way in the distance. So we're gonna see if we can't save a muskox or two today. Huh, Andres? Want to save a muskox, kill a grizzly?
I would love to.
Alright, well.
Love to. This is what I'm here, just for ecological reasons.
Very good. Well, it's been about an hour since I've seen that bear. I know it hasn't come out of there. So it's right in the center there, or that's where it was. Which is probably 2.5 miles anyway. So I think we're gonna hike over to this bluff about 2 miles away. Probably get a little better angle to look at it. The wind's pretty good, pretty much right from left to right. So we get down to the bottom, as long as the wind stays true, which it's pretty strong, so it should. We'll just head to that knob. I hate to kind of track up the country between here and there, but usually this is kind of where you see most of the bear activity, right at the mouth here. So, and I only saw the one bear. It could be a sow with cubs, but I think we're just gonna go there. That bluff's good glassing spot either way, and just try to see what we got there. Got a spare pair of socks? We're after the bear with wet feet now. Head to the knob. We spotted this bear right from that knob, that far knob right there. So we've got him kind of cornered. I'm sure he could get out of here without us seeing him. But I think he was right in this flat somewhere. He might have been across this little drainage, right over in there. But I don't think so. I think he was right in here. So we're probably just gonna hunker right here, and hopefully this sun will pop out, warm up a little, and he will expose himself.
I like to be hunting bears in Alaska.
This is it. Pretty exciting stuff, huh?
No, to be here really in the middle of nowhere, try to spot this animal. It's fun.
Beautiful valley here, no doubt about that. So we're gonna find this bear or what, Andres?
I'm gonna find him.
And are you gonna shoot him?
Come out and we're gonna walk it.
Very well.
Yes.
Well, finally, after 5 hours, spotted our bear. Actually spotted another bear way up there right at the same time. So he's been laying there the whole time. He just now started feeding. making a mad dash to these bluffs. There's the bear right there. If he continues on that course, we'll get him. If you really, wait. He's gonna come in. He wants to eat us. If you got a perfect shot only, he's coming in. Just wait till I tell you to shoot. He's not gonna spook now. He thinks we're caribou. He's 100 or less. So make the first one perfect. Just take your time. He's feeding now. Just let him come on in. Let him come in. Reload. Hit him anywhere you can. Hit him again. Reload. Shoot him again. Reload. Okay.
Not my bullets.
You got a dead grizzly bear.
Oh.
Put some more bullets in just in case.
Yeah.
Was that pretty exciting or what? We were just getting set up. We were just getting set up. This bear poked over the corner, and then he saw us, and then he started coming for us. Yeah, he would have came right in, but that's all right. If you were on him, then shoot. But
oh, I had a perfect shot.
all right, so you're loaded.
Loaded, the minimum power. Yeah. wait.
We got a grizzly bear. We were right up on that knob, right there, and we knew he was in here somewhere. And finally, we saw him right before 4. It was we got over here pretty quick.
Yes, you bet.
We had a perfect spot. Yeah, I don't know, 100 yards, not even 100 yards away. So yeah, that worked good.
Why don't you range it?
Well, we can range it.
I don't know exact spot.
Okay. 95.5. That's perfect. Well, we got a bear, man. Let's go take a look at him.
That's bloody exciting.
This is definitely one of the coolest waterfalls I've ever seen in Alaska. Pretty sweet. Well, I think this is as far as we're gonna get without getting wet feet. We're gonna have to take the shoes off and...
Because up there is impossible?
I don't think so. We're doing this old school. Glad we got our poles. Here we go.
Like a home carpet.
Yeah, the algae is actually a couple inches thick. It's a nice little squish to it. Pretty nice walking. Go get your mitts on him. You want me to walk up to him? Well, that sucker is blonde. I don't know, it's got a long nose. That's a pretty decent bear. About what I thought. Probably 6.5, between 6.5 and 7. Okay. But boy, is he light colored on the top, man. That's gonna be a beautiful bear. Yeah, I remember seeing his back look like it was white, and then his ears.
The first moment you knew it was white.
Yeah, I mean, he just looked snow white, and then I saw his ears, and they were. His ears were real dark. But yeah, he's definitely not kicking anymore.
Yes, he will.
Look at that hair on that son of a gun, huh? That is, look at how long that hair is. That's amazing. Boy, is that thing soft. And boy, this thing's got long claws. Jeez.
Here we are again with this beautiful grizzly bear. There might be bigger ones, not that this is any small, but you know, this coat it has, this beautiful white, you know, that's not that common, and I'm really delighted to have been able to shoot this animal. You know, it was a bit weird. We waited out for 5 hours, and then we suddenly saw it. Bill had already seen it very early in the morning and noticed that it was very, very white, but we couldn't see it for 5 hours, and then finally we spotted it. And the stalk was a bit unique for me to run into this thing. We chased straight ahead, straight towards him, and at some point at the very end, he spotted us, probably thought we were something different, caribou or whatever, and came right at us. And we were going to wait until he crossed the river, but I had a very good shot at some point. It stopped, gave me all the chest, and I went for it. And well, here we are finally. It went down, and I'm extremely happy. It's turning out a great experience. Sheep was really the thing I was coming for, but you know, this is obviously, you know, extremely thrilling experience. So I'm very happy I can combine both of them, and it's working out great this trip.
Yeah, the 270 did the job.
And the 270 did the job.
Yep.
Isn't exactly a grizzly bear caliber, but yeah, it has obviously done the job.
The height on this sucker, look how long that hair is, and it's unbelievably soft. What a beautiful, beautiful bear. Dark, real dark legs, dark ears, kind of dark in the muzzle, a little bit of brown. But yeah, just look at those dark socks on him. And that's definitely gonna be, boy, I think it'll be 7 foot. Because it's well over a 6 foot nose to tail. As well, I mean, when I spread my arms, I can't reach the tail of the nose, so that's about 74 inches. So yeah, he's gonna be definitely gonna be pushing 7 foot. So that is a fine interior Arctic grizzly.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I got the hide. Andres got the skull. Let's do her.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go, I think we're gonna go over that little hill, hit the river, follow it all the way up to the base of that mountain, camp.
Some of these rocks are kind of sharp.
Once in a while going across them streams, you just gotta give her! Might get a little bit wet. Gotta just get her done.
Bear hunters.
We made her home.
Came back with our grizzly.
Fine evening. Here's 7 a.m. on the 22nd August. A little frost on the ground last night. But it looks like a fine day. Have some glass around, see if there's any caribou around. If not, probably try to get out of here today. Morning of day 5, I guess. Was letting Andre sleep in. I just crawled up this little knob and looking for caribou. A few decent bulls right over that ridge. A mile away, they were heading this way. So I woke them up. Andres got ready. We're gonna go. There's maybe the best bulls. There's about half a dozen of them. There's one right on top of this rocky bluff. So they're kind of working this way. About 400 yards away now. Here's the other nice bull. Haven't figured out which one we'll take yet. Hopefully they come right to us. Alright, we're at the bluff, where the caribou are above. We're going to take our backs off and climb up over right here. They should be right over this bluff. You want that one right there. You want that one right there. That one, yep. Shoot him. Reload. Just wait. The one on the right. The one on the right. Okay, got him. You got him. That was pretty close. Yeah, that's the one you wanted. He had a much better frame than the other one. You got yourself a caribou.
Yeah.
About 50 yards away. Here goes the rest of them. Yeah, we were watching. Finally, they got out of sight. Actually, you can see camp there. So we ran up here to this hill, poked over, and yeah, 60 yards. And there he is. He's got good bezzes, that's for sure. Yeah, I think he's done. We dropped our packs. We're just gonna go make sure, yeah, he's done for. We're just gonna go check him out. Our packs are just 60 yards back. I knew it'd be pretty close in here. Well, was that close enough for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I told him put your scope on low because they're gonna be close. 50, 60 yards. That was close enough. We weren't above them, so it was kind of hard to get a little perch, get any kind of video of them because they were kind of feeding towards us. And he looked right at us, and Andres had to take the shot. It's a fine bull. The other ones don't want to leave. What do you think? He's got nice long points, doesn't he? Darn good bezzes.
Quite big.
Yeah, he's a big-bodied bull. Andres, you weren't even able to get your coffee this morning.
Didn't get my coffee. Day 5. I was still in my sleeping bag when Billy told me, you know, speed up. I see some nice caribous coming our way, so I sort of dressed up in a hurry, put on the backpacks, and we just moved in here, about 400 yards from here. We saw them, we stalked them for a bit, and then we took some cover. They were about 350 yards away. We considered we had to take the shot, but I preferred, if possible, to try to get closer. We waited for a while, but eventually they moved a little bit back, and we had a chance to move in very close, up to that ridge in front of me. And so I had the chance to shoot it at an offhand shot at 60 yards. Shot twice and went down. And hey, it's a pretty nice caribou.
Yeah, this is a nice caribou. So yeah, heck of a deal. Got 3 animals in 5 days. Andre said if he could get the sheep, that would be great. Anything else was gravy. Well, you got lots of gravy on this trip, so that's a good deal.
So
yeah, get back to base camp, get this guy taken care of back there, and I still got the bear hide and stuff and everything to do, so I've got a day's worth of work at least. So we'll get him taken care of. And Andres, congrats, man, fine shooting.
You, Bill, you've done a terrific job. If we have 3 animals in 5 days, it's mostly because of you. So thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure hunting with you. Easy, professional. I liked it very much.
I'm all loaded up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Andres getting his all fitted. We're just gonna do 2 trips. Make it easy. A little over a half mile is all. Get this baby back to camp. Have some breakfast. It'll be 1 o'clock probably by the time we eat breakfast. Brunch, there you go. Make a call, more than likely. Pack her up, head out of here. Sheep fajita. Some sheep tenderloin, some onion, some cheese, and a tortilla.
Very tender, very rare. Oh, I like it.
The sheep fajita's alright, huh?
Well, I guess this is coming to an end. It's been 5 very special days for me. For a number of things, being out here really in the true wild, where you see nobody, no other hunters, no other people, nothing. We basically have to be flown in by these little airplanes and then just be camping on your own in the tundra. Yeah, I think this is kind of a very special thing and something difficult to get by these days. And I'll remember this for quite some time, and hopefully find another excuse to come back here.
beautiful day. Enough wind to keep the bugs down. Perfect. You ready to get out of here, boss?
Ready to get out? No, I'm not ready to get out, actually.
Howdy, Joe.
Hello, congratulations.
Thank you.
Getting Andre's stuff back in the cub, sending him out of here.
Alrighty. All right. You good there?
Yep.
Well, plan is Joe's taking Andres to base camp, then he's gonna come back. Kurt's gonna be here probably in a little bit. He'll pick up some gear, the Caribou, and then I'll go out on another flight. So I'll get to base camp. It's kind of on the way back into the sheep mountains, and take care of the bear, the Caribou, and all that good stuff, and head back out maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, who knows. So, but plenty of work to do taking care of all these animals. So it'll be nice to get a shower. I'm definitely ready for a shower. Maybe do a little laundry, eat a meal or two that I didn't have to cook. That'll be all right. You ready to get me out of here, Curtis?
Almost ready, Bill.
Sweet.
Work the windshield here a little bit. And we're gonna plow through the fog that you can see up the valley. But the mountains are clear.
After getting weathered in base camp yesterday, I'm ready to get out. Get back to the hills and get this deal finished up.
Clear!
You've got one beautiful bald head, Kurt.
Thank you, thank you. The women think so too.
Oh, that they do. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Valley traffic, got 641 taxing out, we departing 35, but we'll be southbound right there. I gotta warm up here a little bit, Bill, still. I'll do a run up here. And as we get to 200 on the cylinder head, we'll go.
Checking the magnetos.
Checking the mags and checking the carb heat, making sure it's all working good. Yeah, I did the 100-hour on this airplane yesterday, so it's amazing it even runs. There we go, we got 200. Off for the start of the last adventure of the season.
How long you been flying airplanes? 30-some years?
30 got to use all your senses to figure out the puzzle. There's always a puzzle, and there's always an answer to the puzzle. And it's because you've done it so long and your bag of tricks is so deep, you can usually figure out a way to safely get it done. Right. And that's the key, you know, for some pilots, it's too stressful, and they just can't figure it out. Yeah. Or it's too much for them. But I enjoy that challenge, figuring out the puzzle.
Yeah, airport to airport stuff, I'd imagine for you is pretty monotonous.
I could never do it. I could not be a taxi driver. I love to fly, but I could not be a taxi driver. I mean, this is hard enough, just making these long grinds. But, you know, at least they have exciting landings at the end.
Yep.
Boy, look at the mountains. They're just gorgeous.
Yep.
Peninsula too, because it's got its own challenges. There's our peachy little gravel bar. Yeah.
She's a beaut.
Oh, what a piece of crap to camp on. Oh my goodness.
Just like that. just landed back right in the same area where I've been taken the last 2 sheep. There's 3 main drainages that I'll usually hunt here, and I've only hunted the one, and there's plenty of sheep around, so figure we'll just hunt the other 2 drainages, and certainly the one that I've already hunted, and see if we can't find a 3rd sheep here, hopefully. Kurt has arrived. 8:30 p.m. with presumably my next hunter. A few miles an hour of headwind, but not too much. Nasty dip in the middle of that son of a gun, but
yes, hermano, mi amigo.
Sí. Cerveza, por favor.
I'm learning my Spanish.
You should have learned that last week. Number 3 is on. Jason Pies, right? Pies?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Looking for a Dall sheep, eh?
Oh, yeah. It's always been a lifelong dream. I used to watch a little nature channel when I was just a little kid. And, you know, I've taken a few different animals, moose and brown bear, but this is the one I've always wanted the most. Had a couple knee injuries, I put it off, and I'm not getting any younger, so I thought, you know, this is the time. Have to get it done. Give me a few years to play with, just in case.
Jason's only 36, so definitely one of the younger guys that I've ever guided, especially for sheep. So we're gonna truck up this canyon. 6:30 the first morning. We're spiking out. Search of a ram. We're just 15 minutes into the hunt. Jason spotted 4 rams. Oh, probably 3.5 miles ahead. And a little draw that's usually really good. I haven't even put the scope on them. They're pretty far and the light's still pretty dark. But that's a good sign. I saw 3, a band of 3, and then a single ram in this canyon just from camp. So could quite possibly be different sheep, which is obviously a good thing. So who knows, maybe we'll get lucky right away. 3 rams. About 1.5 miles up from our base camp. Biggest ones maybe pushing 7/8. That'd have been too easy. There were illegal ram in here. We're gonna have to make Jason work a little harder than that. Seen 7 rams so far. 2 are in sight. Small ones. Right in there. 2 of them I don't know what they are, but the rest are sublegal. Day number 1. Right around this little corner is the saddle where we saw the sheep from way down the drainage. So we poked our way up, didn't see the sheep. 2 rams, then there was 2 other sheep with them. So we left some of our stuff right there, our camping stuff. We were kind of hoping that they might be in here. Had good thermals coming down, so we poked our way up in and didn't find them, so I think they went over the backside. All that climbing for nothing, huh, Jason?
Hey, nothing's for nothing. You never know. Hunting's hunting.
One of these little climbs will pay off. But yeah, lots of good feed in here, and you just can't see it from the bottom, so kind of had a hunch that they probably went back over the other side, but Yeah, I figured we better just climb up here and check it out anyways. Working our way up this creek bottom, must have dried up here the last few days and left these two little char. Still looking for a big ram. This cow and calf caribou are everywhere we go, it seems. Go back to camp. Jason said he wants to bathe his feet in the cold creek and boil some supper in a bag, go to bed early, and hopefully we got clear weather in the morning. We can hit her nice and early. Morning of day 2. We got a couple of rams. We're just 5 minutes out of camp here, morning of day 2. One's pretty close. A full curl, the one on the left, but I don't think he's quite there, and he's bedded and I can't get a real good angle. It's about 5:45. We're probably gonna head up this draw and just see if we find anything else. If we don't, we'll come back, try to find them again. We walked up a little further, got a little different angle. I got a pretty good look at the ram. Probably 7, maybe 8 years old, but just not quite there yet. Yeah, that's the caribou that didn't get away. We've seen 2 rams and a lamb and a ewe. We're about to the head of this drainage. The sun's just peeking over. About 8 o'clock. Yeah, just beeped 8 o'clock. Just telling Jason I never have killed a ram up in the head of the drainage when it starts rocking out like this, so maybe I'm due. All these guys that tell you these big rams are way up in the heads of these canyons up by the glaciers, and that's where you'll find them. I've been guiding sheep for 12 years now, and I have yet to find a ram, let alone a big ram, at the head of one of these drainages. A little after 11 on our way back to Spike Camp. Came across the 2 rams we saw first thing this morning, gave them another eyeball. They're down a lot lower, they moved. That's the bigger ram. And pretty much just like I thought from way up above, or when he were way high, he's probably a good inch short of full curl.
In here I thought we were going to pound him and go pound a caribou. And go to the Alaskan Bush Company and hang out.
Next year you're in trouble, buddy. Here's a guide lesson on what not to do. I used to have one of these things on my rifle and I would lose shells, so I got rid of it. Jason had that thing full yesterday morning when we started out, and he just noticed now it's empty, but he's got more shells.
After the last stop.
And the magazine's loaded.
Stop, I had them in there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So you lost them all in this last little push?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, at least we still got some ammo.
Yeah, I got plenty of ammo still.
Got lots of country to cover. If this weather holds, we'll darn sure get her done. We're making our way up and over. It's 2 o'clock. We were camped right there. We're getting her done. We've been at her for about an hour and 10 minutes now. It'll all pay off eventually.
I hope so. We're gonna get it done.
Been putting on a lot of miles, hard miles. Big difference between hiking around with just stuff for a day and full camp. So yeah, we've been working pretty hard. Seen a few sheep, not a ton, but I guess it only takes one and we just haven't seen them yet. We'll keep pushing.
There,
the top. It's nice to see. The only way it could be better is if there's a ram on the other side. Good news and bad news. Poked over. Saw 3 rams, but none were legal. Got one right there. One right there. And a third right there. And it looks like we're gonna get rained on here pretty quick. So I definitely want to hit that drainage tomorrow morning probably. Back up in here is where Andre shot his ram. We're going up on these spines here. Jason said, "You gotta be kidding me, we're walking over that?" I said, "You should have saw the crap I used to walk over when I was young and dumb." My wife makes me promise every year before I leave that I will be safe and careful, and I always am. When I was younger, I can't believe clients followed me pretty much every time. I don't know why, but they did. Hopefully this rain stays away before we go to bed at about 6:30. We're gonna do some supper up. The rain starts, hunker, lay up, probably get up again about 4:30. And then the plan is to head up this canyon right there. Go up that. If we don't find anything, that's the head of the canyon. Then we'll work our way back down to the airstrip, and probably we won't get there tomorrow. We'll just hunt our way down back out towards the bottom of the drainage here. So that's the plan. We'll just take it as she comes. Do some supper and relax a little. 7:30 in the morning, August 29th, hunting day number 3. We walked about 2 miles up this draw. There's no rams in here, so we're just gonna get our stuff loaded up, head back to camp, break it down, and start working our way down the drainage. So right now we're a good 11 miles from our airstrip, so we won't get to the airstrip today. We'll just hunt our way down. It's actually better feed at the lower end, but a lot of times these rams like to hang in this high end, but it's pretty dry here right now, that's for sure. Walking down out of the drainage, spotted this little over 3/4 curl ram. Just as he was cresting over. We'll keep watching, make sure there's no more sheep following him, but looks like he's all alone. All the years I've been up here, I've never seen a ewe horn, but I have now, 9 years old. It's probably 11 inches long. We got sheep popping out all over the place. We got a yearling ram, and then a probably 3-year-old half curl ram right there. And a couple more 2-year-old rams popped out. And they ran down the bottom out of sight. Then another 5/8 ram popped out. So there's at least 6 rams in here, and there's the 5/8 one, I think. It's the 5/8 ram, I think. So we're just gonna sit here and see if anything else pops out. I was telling Jason the most sublegal rams I've ever seen before we've gotten one is 20. So we're up to 19 now with this little group.
Running down now.
Well, we're up to 20. There's one just hauling tail. I don't know what's going on up there. There's at least 7 rams that we've seen so far. One went, the first one went up this draw around the corner. Now these other ones seem to want to go down and to the right. Yeah, a lot of young rams in here. He's not running nearly as fast as he was. There he goes. That thing's darn near vertical that they're standing on. And there's one sheep in the mineral lick bone. They're all rams, but they're all small. We saw another ram, real young one. So we're up to 22. So you'll hold the record in just 3 short days, Jason.
It's a record I don't want to hold.
As far as
but it's too late.
Sublegal rams before we see a legal one. Oh, that feels good. Better look out downstream now. Morning of day 5. Jason's on August 31st. Heading through this narrow little crack. We spotted a lone ram about 4 miles off up into a drainage that we were heading to anyways, so didn't look at him terrible close, but looked pretty good. So we're heading up in there to check him out. It's about 7:30 in the morning. So he would be our 25th ram.
Should have ate more breakfast there, Billy.
Yeah, you only had a little you only had a little bowl of sausage.
Yeah, I definitely petering out. Figured the sausage was holding me for a while. Good thing I brought some snacks.
That's usually what happens by day 5 when you don't get a weather day to rest up.
Guess we run out of energy.
Well, hopefully this ram we saw is legal and we're able to get on him. We're gonna peek over the saddle and look at him. Ram's probably 300, maybe a little less. We walked out of sight of him and he just had to come and look, see where we were. Not quite. Actually not even real close to full curl. Yeah, he's about 150 yards right now. Well, that was pretty cool. Another fine day today, but no legal rams. Seen some lambs and ewes, whatever. I think we're up to 27 rams now. None legal yet. Been frustrating to say the least.
For information on other DVDs, books, and modern-day mountain man apparel, log on to BillyMollsAdventures.com. Here you'll also find information on Alaskan hunting opportunities with Billy for Dall sheep, caribou, moose, brown bear, grizzly bear, as well as white-tailed deer hunting in Wisconsin. When he's not guiding, Billy travels across the country as a public speaker. His experience, knowledge, and passion for nature, along with his unmatched ability to relate his wilderness adventures to any audience, are the cornerstones of his dynamic, one-of-a-kind presentations. A master storyteller, Billy presents at corporate events, schools, universities, conservation organizations, wild game dinners, Christian outreaches, and much more. Just like the Alaskan wilderness, no one leaves a Billy Molls presentation the same person as they enter it. Log on or call for more information.